Hello peeps. Right, I'm back. I have been quiet just recently, and there are a few reasons why I have been quiet. Obviously, there's family life and obviously work commitments. And also, the other reason is because I was a little bit hacked off. I'm afraid. Yes, a little bit hacked off. Hacked off along with a lot of other people. Pre-orders. There it is. I've said it. Yes, pre-orders being cancelled. And yes, I did. It annoyed me. I got quite upset, quite angry. For me, I wish people would come out and be honest why they've been cancelled. Instead of going around houses about it, be honest. To me, I don't really blame the retailers. I think this solely lies with Hornby, and it's annoying. As well, I'm going to like to say it's not just the main box shifters, the main retailers like Hatton's. It's not just them. I've had pre-orders with other retailers, smaller ones, and they have been cancelled. So it's not just with Hatton's. This is Hornby. It's like going to hornby.com and pay an extra, 20, 30 odd quid on top of the normal, the price that the retailers do it for. I think that's what it is, isn't it? It's not on really. Well, you can get it, but you can get it at hornby.com. I mean, some people do it and some people buy it and then they put it on eBay or other auctioning sites and whack up the price on that and all. Nah, it's annoying me. It really did annoy me. There are models out there that they've announced in the year. Put your pre-orders in now, come and get it, Brilliant. But if you're going to do that, let there be enough available. Get a production run of the first amount of batch for the retailers that have done their pre-orders, and put their order in so you can get first batch made and produced and then shipped to all the retailers that have put their orders in, because you all will have some idea and some amount, an idea of the figures that people have asked for. People pre-ordered, and you will get a clear figure. I mean, I work in the manufacturing industry, so yes, I do know about production runs and that. And you should get some idea of how many to produce or what you can produce within that period. And sorry, I know that the COVID is a bit annoying with everybody. My company's still running. My company's still producing the amount of production figures that is required. Otherwise, the whole world grinds to a halt. Things need to be done, don't they? I'm sorry, I can't see using COVID as an excuse, because I'm still at my company. I'm still producing the solutions that other companies need within the pharmaceutical industry and the water industry. So there's that one. I'm just a little bit hacked off. It has annoyed me. It kind of made me feel like I wanted to just think what's the point? But I don't want to go there. It does cheer me up. I do have fun with it, and I how can I put it? I do want to be able to get my hands on some latest Hornby models from 2020 and 2021. The new Cock of the North, which is basically the Edward Thompson, where he rebuilt it. I'm going to get my hands on that soon. That's one coming up soon. What is it? A2/3? I can't remember. Or anyway, there's the two of them, the rebuild and the full Thompson build, Edward Thompson. I will be getting my hands on two versions, well, one of each. So the rebuild and the full build from Thompson. Some people don't like what Thompson did, but it's part of history, and I want to get my hands on it. Although there have been some things about the quality of what Hornby have produced, where bits falling off and basically bent running plates, things not marrying up properly. I'll look into it, we'll see, and hopefully we'll get a good specimen, see the running characteristics. But if you want to charge the prices, it needs to be flawless. I'm sorry, that's where I am with this. If you want to charge the prices, you keep going on about prices, it needs to be flawless. Literally, I've got models from the 50s. I've got Hornby 00 model. I can't wait to show you some of my Hornby 00 collection. Some of it is my granddad's, you see. And one of my locos was my granddad's, and I've collected other bits. I really can't wait to show you them. Yes, and they're still going strong, built to last, really strong and robust. Heavy die cast, 3-rail that is. And I've got models from the 70s, 80s, 50s, 60s, still going strong. There's one from the 90s, there's two from the 90s, there's Class 58 there. HST in the corner. Yes, the reason why I've got those is, I've said it before, I've basically collected every train set in the 1990s catalogue. Then there's a few you can see on the board at the moment, and I've been messing around with my daughter, having a running session on Sunday. Yes, so like I said, I collected a lot of sets, and the reason why I've done that is just because I wanted to add them into my collection. They're not to really modify or anything. I like it with so they've got all the models together with the paperwork and all the accessories that come with the sets. And that's how I like it. That's what I've done. I've got all the sets made in 1990 and a couple from the 90s as well as a few individual sets that I've picked up. And that's just my preference. Some people have asked me, do I do modern day, present day? Yes, I do. I do have some models from present day. Yeah, Class 66s, Class 68s, Class 70. Yes, I do have them. Pendolinos, all that. Yes, I do have modern locos. And it's just because you haven't seen them yet. I have them. I have quite a vast collection of models. There's I've bought in models where they don't work, and I've taken them apart and repaired them, got them running. That's what I enjoy doing. I mean, this loco here. Yes, this pannier tank. When I got her, she didn't work. She was missing one traction tyre as well. I completely stripped her down, completely. And now she runs perfectly actually. She might need a little mini service again. But yeah, she runs pretty well. Class 58 as well. Brilliant. Yes, we've had a running session. It's not nailed down. Last time I was just looking at where the track goes. This time my daughter and I set it up and we had a running session on the weekend. Now, just seeing how it worked to see if it works all right. With this layout, it's going to be rather basic. I have mentioned it before on my previous video. Oh yeah, that's another thing. These, yeah. You will get to see a review and everything, and I will do it. these are my daughters. Well, Thomas there, this is Thomas from the 80s. He's my loco. And I've still got the original box it came in. Oh, sure. Box. There we go, underneath the baseboard. There it is. And there's a lot of obviously there's a lot more other Thomas related things. Oh yeah, and the 90s train sets. He's a bit messy down here. Oh, we got Midnight Freight. That set's from 1994. That's the 1994 one. I have the 1990s version. 1986 it came out, I think. But my one's from the 1990s. Oh, bad focus. Now there we go. GWR mixed freight. That's that pannier tank that I showed you. HST high speed train set. They all got all the bits: track, controller, other accessories. Obviously the engine shed. I don't think that's not the correct one for this set, but the engine shed in the Midnight Freight Class 58 set, it hasn't got any ventilators on the roof. That's the only difference. But this one has. So this is purely going on this layout. Yeah, back to Thomas. Yeah. My daughter had a bit of a running session as well. She wanted to run some of her trains. So we got Matt. And I've got Emily over there. Old slow coach. I think you saw that earlier on. And on the bridge, Diesel. Pulling the assortment of wagons that go with that GWR mixed freight, which is the pannier tank there. We have been having some fun with these, my daughter and myself. Yep, we've been having fun. Now that station over there is just, I just put it there so she can learn to stop the trains at the station and play around. She's still learning. She's getting there. This is a bit of a ramble, isn't it? This video. I do apologise. Track rubber. I've been cleaning the track as we go along. 1990s catalogue, and you know why? It's because you've all seen it before. There we go. There's the track plan. So there's the good shed there. Signal box there. The controllers I'm using on this are the ones from the sets. Well, some of the sets I've got. So they're the 90s controller, not the other one. The 90s controller are the ones that you have to move your thumb across, and they're a bit. They're okay, but they're not very powerful. But these ones, I do like these ones. These ones are carried on from the late 90s into production in China, which I do like these controllers. They're quite nice. So I've been using them, and the reason why is my daughter finds it a bit, you know, she can't move her thumb across on the 90s controller, but these ones, the 80s controller, I mean, these ones you could just turn. Well, let's get a train going actually. It would be handy if I can hear some movement. Oh, here we go. Yeah, they're all running okay. And like I said, at the moment we're just playing. I just put the track down. It's not pinned down or anything, not yet anyway. Just messing around. I've marked out where all the track is, and I've got to get the cork, cut all the cork underlay up, and then glue it down. And obviously at the joining sections I'm going to have to cut the rails, so I have to do all that, and obviously do all the ballasting. I better turn this off actually. It's nice to see some movement. I better put it into neutral. There you are. Because I start humming. Yes, it's nice to have some locos running. well, that's what we did. We just wanted to mess around, so we did. She had her trains out. I had some of mine running. This layout is, for me, I've got this layout is basically ultimately going to be my daughter's layout, and it's going to be done to what Hornby have done here. The only differences with this track design is this had first radius, and I built this when I was younger. I think it was my third or fourth layout that I built back in the 90s. This had first radius curves. This layout does not have any first. I've chopped them all out. They're all third radius and second radius is the tightest. They're second on the inner loop. No first radius in here, because obviously with modern day Hornby stuff, the minimum is second radius. I have a lot of these models. Yeah. What I'm going to do is I'm going to build them, and I'm going to paint them. There's a few things I will show you eventually. There's a couple of models that I've been working on, and I've really enjoyed doing it. That's another thing about it with building models, plastic kits, little plasticky as they are here. But when you get some paint, you bring it to life, like that station hut over there. There's another one. I've got a few of them, and basically I've painted one to make it look really realistic, and it's amazing what you can achieve with just a little bit of paint with some of these basic models. But basically this is going to be basic, and this is how the layout, similar to, well, hopefully near enough the same. I will alter some things. I was going to alter this siding and have a turntable and have something to mess around with for myself, but I'm leaving it as it is. And this is basically going to be for my daughter. I'll set it up, but I've already got stations and a lot of these buildings, and I've got to put them together. And yes, she'll have a nice layout for her to play with, and she can run her Thomas trains and other locos that I'll probably give to her. So she loved this. She didn't want me to put it away. She wants to keep it out, but I think my wife will go absolutely bananas if I left it out. Basically, it's going to be taken apart, and I think the bridge you're going to have to dismantle when I store it. This is just to play around. These are the early supports. They're just the supports, but I do have the proper piers and the bridge that is illustrated in this. I do have that. Oh yeah, and also all the semaphore signals. I've got most of them, and the single ones I'm going to make them controlled, so they're electrically controlled. I might try and get the junction ones working. I'll see if I can, but these ones I can, because the components are there to do it. Think of it that way. I have to use old style point motors. I have the footbridge there. I might paint it. I don't know. I just bringing it up. And I'm going to put a graveyard in here. I don't think I'm going to put that like bungalow thing. I'm going to put some gravestones in there, and I might have a cameo of a wedding going on. The thing is, I'm going to have to make the models removable for the time being, and then probably store them in like a Tupperware box like this. So store them, and when we come out, and then place them on the layout. When we move, this will probably be a bit more of a permanent fixture. Obviously I haven't moved yet, so for now it will be place the models. I'll put all the scatter material and glue it down, and obviously at the sides I'm going to have so basically the sides are going to come up, so they'll come up here, so make sure no locos fall off, because one thing when we're young, you like to crank it up and see how fast you can get your logo going. And my daughter likes doing that, so she's at that age. So I'm going to put some skirting at the side, so if it does derail, it won't go off onto the floor. That's the last thing I want to do. Yes. So that's what's going to happen here. I'm going to get it all, sort all that out. This for this layout, be my daughter's layout. But for now, I'll be messing around with it. Another layout I'm going to build. I've also been umming and ahhing this layout. The 11th edition. Yeah. I do have some of these models already. So there's another layout I'm planning on building. Level crossing. It's amazing what you can do with some paint. I will be doing some of it. Sorry. Oh yeah, look at that. That's a nice view. Now these are the resin cast buildings. I do have some of them already. But this one, the reason why I want to build this, has a lot of shunting opportunities. And that's the bit I like to do and I want to do. Let's get to the right page. Yes, this track plan. I do have a lot of set track. And obviously there's a few things I do need to get my hands on. But 10 feet 6 inches by 6 feet 6 inches. So I'm planning on building this layout too. And also I'm going to make it, I'll make it hybrid like this one. This one can be used for digital and analog. Obviously, basically with the isolating switches, just the switches will be there, but when you want it digitalized, you just take all the isolation out, all of them, and then obviously you can put the pins. They can be put in and removed for the points. That's my plan. The only reason with this is fun, but basically, I'm gonna have to put a lot of isolation sections in this, because when I want to run a loco on for this track onto this track, the other loco moves, right? And I need to put isolation sections so that doesn't happen. I can do that. And a digital control would be a lot easier because it would be the loco you're controlling. But obviously, my daughter's going to have analog locos. I haven't taught her anything about digital yet. This video is going to be a long one, sorry. And also it's got a lot of shunting opportunities and also a lot of storage. So that I can store a lot of locos, rolling stock, turntable on here as well. So I quite like that. So that'll be for me to mess around with, probably do reviews on this layout. That's my plan. I'll probably do some reviews on my daughter's layout as well, but I'm planning on building this too. So 2 layouts. So this one, and there's the other layout that I'll be donating, which is going to be a basic Hornby track mat layout. So hopefully I don't know when I'm going to get time to do that at the moment, but when I get that project under the way, I can't wait. But I want all my video editing and my intro all sorted out before I go into that, because any mistakes I make, and obviously I want to be in front of the camera, be a bit more of a presenter, and I want to be able to, I don't know, give the viewer a bit more of an experience, so we can go through it together, as it were, you know. Evergreech Junction, obviously I'll still be building that, but this is the plan. I've got to move. When I move, that's when these plans start coming together. Yes, like I said, a few layouts. There is a few layouts I'm going to build. This will be my daughter's, and obviously that was live within her. I don't know where I'm gonna put it yet. I might hinge it to the wall. I'm not too sure. I have discussed that before. There's a few options I could do. Layout in the loft, a layout in the shed, layout in the garage, and obviously there's some stuff that I wouldn't mind doing depending on the size of the garden with O gauge, so a nice garden railway. They are my plans. And there's obviously money permitting. Money's a big factor in this, as it always is. I wish it wasn't, but it is. For now, at the moment, I think I'm going to concentrate on layout building. I know all these lovely new models and being let down. It's just frustrated me. I'm going to concentrate on basically building the layout, building this layout. So whilst I'm here, it might be a bit delayed because I might be moving very soon, but whilst I'm here, concentrate on this layout, then I'll build that layout. This layout I'll get up to a standard where it's the track's down, pinned down. I've done all the electrics and obviously put the skirting at the side, cork underlay, ballast it, put all the scatter material down, and then I'll start marking out where the road goes in the middle and where the church is, the grass for the gardens at the back of the, the back of the buildings. And obviously I'm going to have to just get the building and remove it and put it in a Tupperware for storage. That's my plan. Yes, it has been fun. Yes. Still a lot to do, isn't there? But hopefully we're getting there. We had fun, yes. Me and my daughter had fun. Let's run some trains. Yeah, why not? Emily single wheeler. My daughter likes this one. She's taken off old slow coach. I don't know why. I think, yeah, when I came in, because I had a shower, when I come round, Emily was pushing old slow coach. I think she took it off. She's still learning. She's doing really well, by the way. Let's get the diesel going, actually. Sorry about the sudden... Oh, wrong way. Yeah, the bridge does work. Sorry about the sun glare there. It is a lot better once it's on a board, isn't it? So I could just sit down, relax, run some trains. And that's what it's about. My daughter was coupling and uncoupling. I might put some auto coupling ramps on here so she can... I have to teach her how to do it, but... So she can couple and uncouple trains. That's my plan. There's my HST on there. Obviously that's out of the set. I'm thinking about changing the lighting. I've got a few HSTs, you see, in different... I've got the... Let's go to it. I've got the older ones with the old ring-filled motor, which this one is, and the incandescent light bulb. And then them ones I'm going to upgrade the lighting. So basically you'll have LED lighting and when it's running it will have the white lights at the front and red lights at the rear, and then when you change direction it will change respectively. I do have the modern HST, the new tooled one. When did that come out? About 2008 I believe. Yes, I do have that. I also have the celebrationary HST pack. I can't wait to get them out. I can probably run them on this layout once I've got all the track and the wiring done. But that's a couple of them are digital controlled, so I need the digital controller. Yes, I'm looking forward to it. What I might do with the analog control in this is, I think I did discuss it, I'll probably be using Gauge Master. That's my plan. I'll probably be using Gauge Master analog control. So it is a device where you can hold in your hand and you can turn the dial, which my daughter will find easier. But yeah, nice to see some trains running on the actual baseboard. The last time I had the trains running, I had the track on the floor to this geometry. I did alter the point, because remember when it was on the floor, this point was a left hand point and I had it curving round, and obviously I can't do that here. So what I managed to do is I managed to fit the right hand point and to manipulate the geometry of the track. This section of track here is fourth radius half curve, and it worked. So I fitted that in and then fitted the third radius in, and it's worked. That's how I got round that bit. Yes. So sorry if I went on a little bit. I was a bit upset about the pre-orders. Obviously, I like to buy quite a few locos, but as and when, really, I think I need to concentrate on the layouts, because I want somewhere to run them. And once it's all down, it is a case of just assembling the layout and plugging it in and placing all the models on the board, and then it's done. And then we can have a running session. Like I said, we can have just like run locos in on this layout, so it'll be handy for me when I get new locos, testing them out, maybe doing a review for now. But this one, the main reason I want to build this one, because the shunting, I could do a bit of shunting in here whilst other locos are running. There's a bit more scope, and obviously there's what was there, I've got 4 running lines as well. Well, there's some passing loops, and obviously there's fourth radius incorporated in that, so it's a shallow curb. Yes, that's my plan. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. So I'm going to crack on with this. I'll do a video as and when, but I need to get the proper videos done, and I've got a lot of footage I've already pre-recorded. I've already done with the camcorders and that, and I got a few camera angles, so there's different camera angles, you see, and I need to incorporate that into the editing software. So I've got what I want basically when I do that. So yes, please bear with me. So I've got my work cut out still. I need to crack on. The cork's coming, and I've got some cork, but not all of it. So cork, I've got to do that. I've got to order some track for this. I've got some ballast. I'm going to use the grey ballast. So I've got that. Might need a few more bags. Let's see. A lot of scatter material I need to put on this layout. Wiring, I got a lot of the wiring. I need to buy some switches. I need to obviously cut. I don't know whether I cut the rails or I can insert some nylon fish plates, and obviously that will isolate. And I could do drop wires from there and there, and isolating fish plate in between, and then connect it to a switch, and obviously can isolate sections. I want to isolate sections on the siding, because obviously look, I've got 2 locos there. Probably wouldn't really get 2 locos there, but I can do it, so I might isolate some sections on there. So I could have a loco bringing in some goods, and I can isolate it there, and another loco to collect the goods as an uncoupling ramp in there, and then obviously collect the wagons and go out. We'll see. There's a lot of things to toy with. Obviously it's going to be basic. It's a basic Hornby system, the same with that. Tarted up basically with a bit of paint. When I get my serious layout done, which will be all Pico Flexi Track, Evergreech Junction, I can't wait to do that as well. But that's when I move, and that's when and then we'll start picking up pace, hopefully, because I'll be a bit more settled. Right, so if you don't hear from me for a while, I'll be working, but what I might do is just do, when I've got it out, I'll do the odd video and show my progress, and then we'll go from there. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.